YouTube, I'm driving down the road right now, minding my own business, watching The Simpsons, and you all keep blowing up my phone, talking about how bad the CVT is. And I need you to understand that the CVT has been in Subarus for over a decade now. Pretty much you have to grow up and get over your fears of them because you're wrong about hating them. And I'm going to tell you why you're wrong, because I've read these comments. And I read everything posted on my channel, really. And they really come down to 3 points. Number 1, it's unreliable. Number 2, it's no good off-road. And number 3, it doesn't feel good.
A common misconception is that the CVT is unable to go off-road. That's not true. That's not true one bit. I feel I've proven this, that the CVT works fine off-road. Check my other videos if you don't believe me. In a previous video, I showed my car climbing a minor incline. It was held back by the traction control system. Several people said it was because of the CVT. This is simply not accurate. I know this isn't accurate because I had with me a 5EAT Outback XT that also attempted the same climb. The car was equipped with the Subaru limited slip differential as well. Let's see how that worked.
Wait. Gas it. I need the max track. Gas it. Your limited slip ain't working, bro.
Oh, I'm only getting one wheel?
Yep.
Let it slip for a bit, see if it starts.
The older all-wheel drive Subaru systems have an open differential at both ends. What this means is that they're prone to diagonal spin, where one wheel at both ends spins and sends power to the wrong wheels that need it. This results in no power to the ground. This results in the car either unable to move forward, or worse yet, completely stuck. I know this because I took my 2000 Outback plenty of places. Even with swamp tires equipped, the all-wheel drive system was still the limiting factor. If you don't believe me, you can test it yourself. Go place a ramp at opposing corners on your Subaru. Once the travel and the suspension is maxed out, the wrong tires will spin, like this. All CVTs are equipped with a traction control system, either Vehicle Dynamics Control or VDC or X mode. So you're going to go from something like that to something like this. So, unless you have a VDC badge on the side of your Subaru, or some LL Bean models, or a Gen 4 3.6 equipped with a 5-speed auto, I don't even think it's debatable that the CVT is worse off-road. If you have any evidence to the contrary, please offer it up here in the comment section. I read everything posted on my channel. And it's not just me saying this. You can go on YouTube right now and see any number of off-road videos on CVTs. There is even some that I just saw on Facebook that had Hell's Revenge in Moab on a Crosstrek. You know, the little one. The little baby Crosstrek with the little engine and the little CVT, the little 580, doing Hell's Revenge in Moab in a Crosstrek. And I'm being told it's not good off-road.
So there's reason 1 why you're wrong. Let's move on to reason 2 why you're wrong.
One of the most common things I see regarding the CVT is that it's unreliable, or it's likely to break and the owner will be out thousands of dollars in a replacement cost. This is false. Based on my own research, it would seem the CVT is actually less likely to fail than the older 4-speed electronic automatic transmissions, or just 4EAT, that Subaru has previously used. You can go online right now and find 4EAT failures everywhere. Let's read some. Hello all. I did some searching and found some similar posts, but nothing quite like my issue. I have a 2007 H4 non-turbo with 82,000 miles on it. About a month ago, I noticed that there seems to be some slipping in second gear, and maybe a little bit in third gear as well as time went on. So this is on the 2007. This post is from 2011, and so it's a 4-year-old car with 82,000 miles on it having transmission issues with a good old 4EAT. 4EAT slipping, so the 4EAT in my parents' '05 Forester XS is slipping either from a stop or in first gear or when rolling on the throttle, typically in fourth, going up a hill. If you get on it hard from a stop, it definitely is slipping a lot. I only did it once and it was readily apparent that it was a heavy slip. If you want to know how well the 4EAT works long term, check out a car that exclusively has that transmission and look for commonly reported transmission issues. The Outback has had at least 5 different transmissions during its lifetime, so let's knock that one out. What's another Subaru car that had only the 4EAT equipped from the factory? Oh, I know, the Subaru SVX. For those who don't know what the Subaru SVX is, that's okay. It was this little 2-door Subaru they made in the 90s. It had DeLorean-style windows and an H6 engine. No one bought it. Let's look up complaints on the NHTS website. 245 complaints. That's surprising considering I didn't think there were 245 of them made. How many did they even make this year? 3,600. If you bought a 1992 SVX, you had a 5.5% chance of not only having transmission problems, but having transmission problems and having an official complaint about it on the National Highway Administration website. Don't worry about the 4EAT, it's totally bulletproof transmission. Gotta doubt them CVTs though. Now the 5-speed automatic transmission, or 5EAT, does not fare much better. While I was trying to find documented failures of the CVT in Subaru vehicles, I ran across this post. Here is a 5EAT on what I assume a stock vehicle failing at 60,000 miles. The owner thought it was a CVT until his dealer told him otherwise. Here is a poll from SB9T, a Subaru B9 Tribeca forum, which again was exclusively equipped with the 5EAT. And in this poll, it shows that 94% of people that responded to this poll had problems out of their transmission within 170,000 miles. Now look, I'm not here to bash on the 4 and 5 speed autos. I honestly think they're good transmissions. I really do. I'm about to swap one myself. But I don't think they're bulletproof. I think like anything else, there are issues. I also think the reliability is about the same or better with the CVT compared to the 4 and 5 speed autos. Both the 580 and the 690 have documented cases of trouble-free lives up to nearly 300,000 miles. The CVT isn't that complex. It's arguably simpler than a traditional transmission. I've been trying not to show a lot of technical drawings here because I know when something has too many labels and it starts to look like a Ben Garrison comic, lots of people will tune it out. But here's the CVT in low gear, here's the CVT in a high gear. That's all there really is to it. I'll also be completely upfront here. There are issues with the CVT. There was a technical service bulletin about the torque converter for the early ones, and there were some early issues. But it's not nearly as bad as people claim, and it's not nearly as bad as some of the older transmissions had. So the next time someone says that Subaru CVTs are unreliable, ask them. Ask them point blank for some data. Ask them to back those numbers up with anything. I don't think they'll be able to. I think they'll look at a
2010 to 2012
Subaru Outback that has the EJ series motors, which are known to blow head gaskets. They'll watch those head gaskets blow, and they'll shake their heads and go, you know, that's a good engine right there, but that CVT is unreliable.
That's reason 2. Let's move on to reason 3. Now, feel is the hardest thing to correct. The hardest thing that I'm going to have to try to explain to you all. But basically it comes down to the traditional automatics, the 4 and 5 EATs are better feeling than the CVTs. Okay, I mean, I guess if that's what you prefer, that's fine, but let's take off in a leisurely pace and get up to 60. People that are speed demons and have a heavy right foot, that's not that fast. And I'll admit, that's not a fast car. It's a Subaru. It's a Subaru Outback at that. Even the fast ones aren't fast. Now let's compare that to a traditional 5-speed auto. It's not completely fair because it's not having the same engine, and it's a modified 2.5 turbo versus a stock 3.6. But I hope you get the idea. The real question is, why are you buying an automatic if you want to go fast? Why are you buying a Subaru if you want to go fast? That's going to get me in some trouble. I mean, you can go kind of fast, but you can go like Toyota Camry fast if you're lucky. And your head gaskets don't blow up, and your transmission doesn't grenade. Turbo doesn't go. There's a couple other things too. There's a reverse to drive delay that I've seen come up. That seems to actually be something legit. Mine doesn't do it, so I don't have anything I can comment on. The other thing that I've seen is that it can't back up over a curb, which mine can. I mean, again, I've shown you what mine can do. All three of those CVTs that I've owned can do it. But I think it is worth mentioning that too, and just something you should know about. So why should you trust someone on YouTube that looks like he has ties to the IRA? What does he know? Well, that's a really good question. And I've got a really good answer for you. You shouldn't. You should form your own opinions, think for yourself, do your own research, question authority. We all should. We should all strive to do better than this. I know a lot of information in this video is very specific to Subaru and very specific to the Subaru Outback, but hopefully it helps somebody, and hopefully someone realizes that the CVTs really aren't that bad, and probably there's going to be a lot more cars with CVTs in the future. Thanks everybody that helped me out with this video, all these people. Hopefully this helps somebody out there change your mind. If not, thanks for watching.